Hello students, welcome to the class on current affairs, and in today's class we will be dealing with the base price of agriculture to decide minimum support price. Base price of agriculture. Now, because India is a nation of farmers, about 49% of employment that India has given to its citizens, it is in terms of the farmers. Now, there is an important fact about the agriculture sector of India. It is that the farming is not a remunerative profession. Farming, it has become a kind of profession which will not help the farmers to sustain their family. It will not help to sustain themselves financially. So in such a situation, in order to motivate the farmers so that they can keep on investing in technology, they can help to enhance the productivity of agriculture, the government of India had set up National Commission on Agriculture Costs and Prices. Now it is this very commission that basically recommends what should be the minimum support price of the various crops. So the prices of the crops on which the government will be buying from the farmer in case there is a kind of anomaly in the agriculture sector, in case there is surplus production and the prices go down. In such kind of a situation, the support to the farmer will be meted by the government, and the government will be procuring that agriculture yield, that agriculture output from the farmer by paying a minimum support price. Now this is important. Now how this minimum support price should be decided? Minimum support price. What minimum means? That the price that the government will be willing to give it to the farmer. Now what should be the minimum? The minimum is decided on a certain base. Now what is this base? Now this base is how much it costs, to the farmer. What is the cost price to the farmer? That will basically be deciding about what should be the minimum support price. कि फार्मर को एक क्रॉप को बो करना, सो करना और क्रॉप से यील्ड लेना, वो कितना कॉस्ट कर रहा है, दैट विल डिसाइड अबाउट कि उसको कितना पैसा देना चाहिए एक फार्मर को. सो it is very important for the government to understand and know the base price. Now there has been lot of controversy with respect to the base price. How this base price should be calculated? Base price calculation. Because when it comes to the calculation of the cost that is meted by the farmer, there are different viewpoints. So broadly there are three ways how we can actually calculate the cost to a farmer for producing a particular crop. So the first is about that we generally called as A2 cost. Now what is this A2? It is the actual cost to the farmer. This is one way of looking at कि फार्मर को कितने का पड़ रहा है, फार्मर को कितना इनपुट कॉस्ट आ रहा है. A2 will deal with the cost that the farmer will have to pay for all the inputs in terms of seeds, inputs in terms of weedicides, insecticides, inputs in terms of tractor, threshers and winnowing machine etc. कितना पैसा एक फार्मर का सीड में लग रहा है, कितना पैसा उसका लेबर लाने में लग रहा है, इन कैश एंड एज वेल एज इन काइंड, कैश प्लस काइंड. So this is one way of looking at the cost of a farmer, and on the basis of this, generally governments give about 50% price more than this base cost, that is the minimum support price. Now this is very important. The second thing we have is, that is how this base price is calculated. Second is with respect to including not only the cost of these things, but also the cost of family labor. The cost of family labor. Because you would have seen that in the agriculture families, it is not only the input cost that matters, but the entire family is also involved in this occupation of farming. They also support the farmer. Because they are supporting the farmer, they also should be paid. There is a cost. We should also calculate per head cost of the family member that is supporting in this agriculture endeavor. So that is another way of looking at the base price for the cost price to a farmer. This is second approach, and this is the approach that is presently working. That has become the basis of providing minimum support prices to the farmers. But we have third approach, and this approach is C2. It is known as C2. First we have as A2, then we have as A2 plus family labor plus FL, A2 plus FL, and third is comprehensive cost. See, when it comes to farming as a profession, it is carried out on a piece of land. Now if you would not be sowing the crop on this piece of land, you would have certainly rented out this piece of land to someone else, and you would have certainly got the rent out of it. This is one thing. Secondly, when you are investing money in the agriculture, like it is costing you about 30,000 rupees per hectare to sow wheat or rice, I'm taking hypothetical cost, and if you would have deposited this amount in the bank, you would have certainly got interest on it. And if you are investing in the capital, like in the tractors, in the winnowing machine, in the threshers, even in that case, you would have certainly got an interest on the capital that you would have invested. So there is the issue of interest, there is the issue of rent. अगर ये ज़मीन किराए पे दे दे तो इस पे रेंट आएगा. अगर वो चीज़ें जो आपने इन्वेस्ट किया है फार्मिंग एक्टिविटी करने में, अगर वो चीज़ें आप ना खरीदे, बैंक में पैसा डाल दे, तो आपको इंटरेस्ट आएगा. Now, people like Swaminathan, who had put forward its report on how to reform agriculture sector in India, they have always wanted that this should be how this base price should be calculated. The input cost of a farmer should be done on the basis of the rent that he would have got, plus the interest he would have got on the capital that he has invested, plus the cost of seeds, then winnowing machines, insecticides, weedicides, threshers and laborers, plus the cost of the family. So comprehensive cost, it involves the cost of the piece of land, it involves the cost of the capital, it involves the cost of the labor, it involves the cost of the farmer. Now this should be the base, and apart from this, about 50% should be the price that the farmer should be getting out of this piece of land. So in this way, if the government would be giving to the farmers the minimum support price on the basis of this C2 formula, in that case, government would have to cough up about 50,000 crore rupees more per year. So it will entail lot of fiscal pressure. So that is one of the reason why the government is not actually investing in this the thought of making the base price on the basis of this C2 comprehensive cost. So the government actually wants it to be just carried out on the basis of A2 plus family. But there has been a lot of criticism of the government, because अगर हम चाहते हैं कि एग्रीकल्चर सेक्टर रेम्यूनरेटिव बना रहे, प्रोडक्टिव बना रहे, and because it also will be supporting the food security of the nation, in that case we really need to calculate the cost on the basis of the C2 basis, that a comprehensive cost. So this was all for the class. You can subscribe to this channel. Name of the channel is Brainy IAS. Bye bye, take care, have a nice day. And you can install our application, that is IAS Buzz, and you can also join our Super 50 batch in Chandigarh. Bye bye, take care, have a nice day.